Hello, welcome to Mindset Monday. I'm Christine. It's so great to have you here. I wanted to do today's Mindset Monday on something that I think is probably the most fundamental concept to get. And this concept is one that will not only propel you forward when it comes to your business, but it will create the most dramatic changes in every area of your life. I think it's fundamental to every area. So whether it's your business, your career, your health, relationships, your spiritual and personal development, this is the most important, impactful, powerful concept to get. And so that's what we're going to talk about today is what it means to feel self-empowerment, to be empowering yourself in your life, to be at cause. So welcome everyone. Good to see you here. Hello, Joanne. Please say hi in the chat. And if you're watching the replay, please type replay. We love to come back and connect with you. Ask any questions that you have while you're watching this live or in the replay. You can always tag me or Keely Winfield, our other coach, and she and I are happy to connect with you, answer questions that you have, clarify things, and help you get on the path to your own self-empowerment. So today we're talking about your six-figure mindset starts with being at cause. What is your six-figure mindset? So as you're growing your business, it's important that you step into the version of you who already has it. That CEO version of you, the six-figure, multiple six-figure, the seven-figure version of you, and operate on a daily basis from that version of you. The version of you who already has the success, who has the business, who has the income, who has the health and the relationships and the other things in their life. Hi, Cheryl. Good to see you. Hey, everyone. Make sure you say hi. I see lots and lots of people on. But I can't see who you are until you say hello, so be sure to say hi. So your six-figure mindset starts with you stepping into the version of you who already has it all, the six-figure version of you, the CEO version of you. And that CEO version of you, the the seven-figure version of you, she operates in a different way than the current version of you. Not to say that that version of you is better. It's just that that version of you looks at things differently. It's not a better, it's a difference. So the difference between the way the six-figure version of you would look at something and the way the current version of you would look at something, there's probably a difference there. Not that it's better, it's just different. Hi, Dana. Hi, Lisa. So the six-figure version of you who's in the mindset of being the creator of her business, being the creator of her life, how does she operate? Like when you step into that version of you, how does that version of you think about your business? How does that version of you think about where you're going? How does that version of you think about the actions that you're taking? And how does that version of you feel about where you are? How does that version of you feel about how you got to where you are? Because that version of you, that six-figure, multiple six-figure, the seven-figure version of you, she knows how you got there. She knows what you thought, she knows how you felt, and she knows what actions you took. So the more that you step into that version of you, the clearer the thoughts, the feelings, and the actions become. So when you have a six-figure mindset, you're operating today from the version of you who already has created what you want. And that's really where we see the magic happen. Because that version of you who already has what you want, she can look back to where you are today and say, oh, this is how we think when we're being the six-figure version of us. This is how we feel when we're being this version. This is what we do, right? And when you are taking responsibility for what you think, what you feel, and what you do, you're empowering yourself. So empowerment can only come from within. No one else can empower you. It's in the phrase itself, empowerment. It's internal. It comes from within. And being empowered is actually easier than you think. I think we think that being empowered means that we're feeling motivated or we're being inspired or we're like gutting it out, we're working hard, and it doesn't even mean any of those things, really. Being self-empowered, being empowered simply means that you're being at cause, that you are being responsible for what you think, what you feel, and what you do. So everything in life has a cause and an effect. And when we are being at cause, it means we're taking responsibility. When we're being at effect, it often means that we're blaming, complaining. We're somehow not taking responsibility for where we are, what we're thinking, what we're feeling, what we're doing. And so very simply, the way to move into self-empowerment is to move from effect to cause. Is this making sense? That being the CEO of your business or of your life is really about taking responsibility. And taking responsibility is being responsible for what you think, what you feel, and what you do, causing the things that are in your life. Being at effect is allowing circumstances, situations, other people, even your old patterns to run the show. So if your old patterns of feeling powerless or worried about what other people think, if your old pattern is to feel even overwhelmed or uncertain, if your old patterns are always running the show, then you're even at the effect of your old patterns, right? When we're at cause, we have the power to choose how we want to think, how we want to feel, and what we do. So if there's an area of your life that's not working for you, then you're probably at the effect of something, someone, or even your old patterns. And the movement to self-empowerment is moving from effect to cause. And the easiest way to do that is to continually ask yourself, am I being at cause? Am I choosing right now? Because you're the predominant creative force in your life. You are the one who gets to choose the life that you live. You're the one who gets to choose the reality that you create. And it starts by simply choosing from inside. Creating the life that you want, creating the business that you want, starts with choosing how you feel, choosing the thoughts you entertain, and choosing the actions that you take. Now, one caveat here is that we're so used to the way that we've been thinking, the way that we've been feeling, the things that we've been doing, that sometimes our first response or reaction to a situation or a circumstance might be an old conditioned response. That's okay. We're not perfect. And we don't expect to be perfect in this process. But say something happens to you and your gut reaction is to respond in a way that you've always responded, to think a way that you've always thought. Say that you post something on social media about your business and you either get no reaction or a negative reaction. And your first instinct is to judge yourself. Oh, I'm so bad at this. I'm never going to get this. What's wrong with me? That's your first reaction. That's just an old pattern. That's maybe the old way that you would have thought about that. It's okay. Where you are at cause is your next thought. So maybe that's your initial reaction. But when you choose to empower yourself, when you choose to be at cause, you say, oh, well, is that really true? Am I making meaning out of this that's not really serving me? How can I think about this differently? Can I simply look at this post as data, as information, that it doesn't have anything to do with me personally? Now you're being at cause. Now you're creating some power within yourself to think about this differently, to feel about this differently, and to take a different action. So yeah, Cheryl says, I've learned that you can't always control your first thought, but you can control your next. So true. So now I try to pause after the initial thought before acting. Absolutely. Because that first thought, that first feeling we have is just old conditioned responses, right? It's just old thought patterns and old thought feeling patterns that our mind and body have created over decades, right? It's the path of least resistance. That when something happens, we just go, our minds automatically go to the thought and the feeling that's the deepest groove, that's probably been there the longest or has the most emotional charge. But we don't need to judge ourselves for that. It's our human nature. It's just what the mind does. But where we create power in our lives, where we take responsibility, is in the next thought, right? And pull away from it a little. Take that observational view, right? Oh, here's me judging myself. But this isn't how I want to be. I want to just look at this situation as the observer. I want to choose how I want to feel here. I want to choose what I think here so then I can choose the actions that I take. Because the results that we get in life stem from our actions, right? And our actions are driven by our feelings. And our feelings are driven by our thoughts. So if we want a new result in life, if we want to create something, if we have an outcome that we want to create, we've got to start with taking responsibility for how we're thinking about that outcome, how we're thinking about ourselves, how we're thinking about circumstances and situations, because those thoughts will then produce the feelings that then create the actions. Joanne says, it just occurred to me that this is how we create our lives. Light bulb moment right there. That's it. This is how you create your life. I think, the human brain loves to make things complicated. I don't know why. Our brains are the most amazing supercomputers that have ever been created. Humans have never created a computer that can compute as much data and information per second as the human mind. It's truly remarkable. Our minds tend to make things more complex than they need to be. They tend to make things more complicated. I don't know why. I don't know if it's this belief that we all have that like the more complex, the better, right? Like if your skincare routine has 20 steps, it's somehow better than the one that has 3 steps, right? We like things to have a little bit more complexity to it. We've somehow attached that more complex equals more valuable, but it's just not true. Simple can be the most profound. And the most simple way to create that 6-figure business, that 7-figure business, that healthy body, that amazing relationship, the way to create that simply starts with you choosing internally what you think, what you feel, and then what you do. That's where creation starts. And the more that you are at cause, the easier it becomes to be at cause, right? And the more that you'll see things moving more quickly in your life. You're no longer the victim of circumstance. You're no longer at the whim of other people's emotions or their effect on you. You're able to take the hits and keep on going because you don't need to make meaning from it. You're able to really make progress in your life. One of the students of Align and Design Your Life said recently, in less than a month, I've learned so much about myself. She said one of the biggest ones was me being at cause for my life. She said I really had no idea that I was living at the effect of everything and everyone around me. And for so long, I felt and acted like the victim. But today, I know that I'm the captain of my ship, and only I will determine the way it sails and how to adjust my sail if needed based on the winds coming at me. Thank you, Christine. This has been a truly awakening experience, and I'm so excited about the life I'm creating. This concept of being at cause, like I said at the beginning of this, is truly it's like the seed of everything. Like once you internalize this concept and begin applying it, you will begin to see things changing in your life in really dramatic ways. You'll be more emotionally stable, like having just that emotional equilibrium. Like if things happen in your business that you're really excited about, you'll be excited about it, but you're not attaching your self-worth to it. It's just you're excited about your creation. And then if things don't go so well in your business, you won't be making meaning from that either. You'll just learn from it. You get that emotional equilibrium. And that allows you to continue to move the needle, to take action. Yeah, Lorna, I love it. She said, I just figured out how to have a 6-figure income, 15 new clients. Isn't that great? How fantastic is that? So being at cause is the first step in becoming the predominant creator of your life. It's the key to everything. When you're choosing how you feel, when you're choosing what you're thinking, when you're choosing the actions that you take, nothing can stop you. No one's opinions, no one's judgments, no perceived worry about what other people might think. The successes, the failures, you won't worry about getting it right. You won't worry about what other people are thinking. You're just going to be taking the action. You just do it. And then the more you do it, the more that momentum builds. And the more you get tuned into what's important for you. You get tuned into how you want to feel. And you get to choose that. And boy, does that feel good every day. You get to choose how you want to think. And you get to choose the actions that you take that line up with those outcomes that you're creating. When you're being at cause, you're being the predominant creator of your life, and you can make things happen. You can take the action that moves the needle. So I'd love to hear, how is this resonating with you? Where's one place in your life or one aspect of your business where you could be more at cause? What's one place in your life or one aspect of your business where you could be more at cause? I'd love to hear. Go ahead and type it into the chat. I know I've got quite a few of you on here. What's one aspect of your life or your business where you could be more at cause? Marketing, Good. For me recently, it's giving my team more clear expectations, right? If I ask someone to do something and then I go and do it myself, then I'm not really creating what I want, which is an amazing self-sufficient team that brings their own ideas to the table. That's what I want to create. So how could I think differently about it? Well, I'm going to give them the best instruction that I can. I'm going to be as clear in my communication as possible. I'm going to allow them to do things the wrong way because then we'll learn together. And I'm going to choose to feel okay about it because it's not life or death. It's coaching. Everyone will be fine if we make a few mistakes. If the post doesn't go out or the email gets forgotten, it's okay, right? I'm going to choose how I feel about that. But I'm also going to look at the data and then take the next actions. So for me, that's a place where I'm choosing to be more at cause. Yeah. Creating connections with my group members. Yeah, that's a fun one, actually. I've been doing that a lot more lately inside the Alignment Tribe, sending messages to group members. It's so much fun. I love it because they're people who want what you've got already. They're great people to connect with. Joanne says, create an email list for my paintings. Yeah, there you go. People need to know. Keely says, as a member of the team, I love this. You're the best. I love you too. Hey, Julie, good to see you here. She says, getting tasks done efficiently, even though I have a lot of time because I don't have many clients yet. Yes, I love it. I love, Julie, that you're considering that from your six-figure self, right? That if at your six-figure version of you, she has lots of clients, right? And so she won't have time to mess around. She's going to be efficient. So be efficient now because you know those clients are coming. I love that. Great way to look at that. Cheryl says, spending time on forward-moving work rather than just reacting to what comes my way. Absolutely. And then realizing at the end of the day, I accomplished nothing. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I have to keep my phone off. I set a few hours in the morning every day of my income producing activity. It's the most important work that moves the needle. And the students inside Align and Design Your Life know what this is all about because we do a lot of work around how we can do less but be more productive. And so that time in the morning, I have to be responsible for how I spend that time and where I put my energy and my attention. If my phone is on and I'm answering texts, and then I'm checking Slack, and then I'm looking at email, and then I'm in Messenger, I am not taking responsibility for my time. I'm just reacting to what everybody else has going on. And then the needle isn't moving. So just the simple act of turning my phone upside down or leaving it in another room and I come and sit at my desk and I just do the work for a couple of hours. Then I can go pick up my phone and do the next thing. But when I'm being responsible for my thoughts, feelings, and actions, I have to say to myself, whatever's on that phone can wait. It will be okay. I'm choosing to focus on what's important for moving my business forward and being present and being focused so that I'm giving my clients and the people coming into my world the best of me, giving them my undivided attention, right? And then the action of doing that feels really easy and effortless. Joanne says, more consistent with Arbonne. Yeah, Lisa says, I feel like all my goals reference from my end goal, 10K months. Yeah, okay. Lisa, great point. So if your outcome, and we can talk about this in our collaborative coaching call tomorrow inside the group, if your outcome is a 10K month, what does that really mean for you? What's the real outcome? Sometimes when we put those dollar figures on the goals, if it feels like that starts to constrict our creativity, if it starts to feel like it's causing stress, like, oh, I've got to get to that 10K month, then we might need to back it up a little bit and look at that outcome in a different way. What's the outcome that you want to achieve? Just for you, just because you'd love to create it. What is it that you would love to create? It might still be 10K month, but come at it from a perspective where it's something you want to create just because you'd love it, just because you'd love to create it. If we're feeling stress around our outcomes, it's generally because we've created an outcome that's going to prove something, that's going to solve a problem, rather than from a perspective of creating. So when you step into that outcome, I'm creating a 10K month just because I would love it, because I would love to have it, because it would be fun to see this being created. And it's a creation separate from you. Your creations are not you. They're separate from you. I would love to create this 10K month, right? Then stepping into that 10K month and be that CEO. Be the CEO of a business that easily brings in 10K a month. Then from that perspective, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? And what are you doing? It's from there that you are looking at where you're going to be at cause, or how you could be more at cause in your business. Yeah, just focusing on one business, that's good, Lorna. Yeah, multiple businesses can be a lot. I have multiple businesses, and I definitely have to be very at cause for my time, my energy, and my attention. The Alignment Tribe gets most of it because that's what lights me up, and it's what I love. I love my other business too. I can't do both equally. One has to get more attention, time, and energy. But scheduling your time, like you said, Lorna, is a great way to do that. You can compartmentalize it. Awesome. So was this helpful? Did you guys get some ahas today? Can you see that the way to become the powerful creator of your life, the way to create that multiple six-figure, seven-figure business, the way to create the health, the relationships, the life that you want, starts from being at cause. And being at cause for what you think, what you feel, and what you do is what will move the needle the most towards what you are creating. Always. Thanks, Julie. It's great to see you here. Thanks, Lorna. Awesome. Thanks, Keely. Yes, work my own business and 2 other brands, including Alignment Tribe. Being a cause for my time is huge. Yeah, Keely. Yeah, we have to be a cause for our time. We have to set the boundaries. We're the ones who have to dictate what happens with our time. Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. What a fun Mindset Monday. And as always, please welcome your friends into the group. We love expanding the tribe. We're at over 400 members now in less than a year, which I am super excited about. I'm so glad you're all here. And if you have questions, if you want some help creating clarity for your business or for your life, please reach out to me or to Keely. You can send us a DM. Keely Winfield is on this thread. You can send her a DM. You can send one straight to me as well. We are happy to work through this with you. We're here for you. We're here to help you to become the powerful creators of your life, to love yourself in that process, to step into your most powerful self, and to make this impact in the world that we know you're here to make. So please reach out to us. We're here for you, and we hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Thank you.